Brit. You are trying so hard to be that girl, and I'm so sorry, you're just not that girl. Your event was pretty much, I would say, the worst cast member event I've ever seen. The whole theme for this event was literally, it made no sense. I feel so sorry for you. This is just not your year. This is not your season. This is not your show. This is just not for you. Anyways, we finally get the announcement for the cast trip that these girls are going to go on, which is to Grenada. And I don't know if it's me, but is it that every time when these girls are having an event or something, it's always been announced through like a FaceTime phone call? Like, I am not seeing any sort of preparation. You know, like when you watch Beverly Hills and you kind of see where they either send someone to each person's house to do the invitation or pretty much. For Atlanta, it just seems as if everything is just all about let's go on the phone on a FaceTime call and let's invite these ladies out. It doesn't seem like there's much being put into it to make this a bit more grand. This is the big cast trip. I'm trying to remember where they went last year. Don't know if it was Jamaica. But this time around, it just seems like there was no sort of preparation put into the actual announcement of the trip. It just seems very low budget. Now, of course, we had Shamia and we saw where Kelly was catching up with Shamia, basically saying that she also wanted to, she pretty much is, yeah, catching up, basically saying in terms of the whole her divorce and the updates on the divorce, and it seems like it's going or moving. And that was pretty much Kelly. And of course, we know Kelly is bringing the trip together and she wants Shamia to co host this trip. Grenada, don't know much about Grenada. I'm hoping we will finally get some more drama when it comes on, because I think Angela has just been carrying this past few episodes, and I think her back must be very tired at this point because these girls are not necessarily giving me anything. I kind of losing interest in Shamia. In the beginning, when I started watching, I was like, okay, Shamia seems a bit interesting. Now she seems more like she's diving back into the friend off and losing interest there. Kelly, she started out strong. She as well. Let's see what will happen when it comes on to the trip, but she seems like nothing much really, and I'm not sure if the producers or whatever has cut most of her scenes, but I'm not necessarily getting any from when it comes on to Kelly. As I said, I feel like Angela Back must be very tired because she seems to be the only one that's literally carrying the show at this point. Of course, we then move to where we got Portia. She is now doing house shopping for a house that she cannot afford. I don't understand, why is it that you and your child need to be living in an 8-bedroom house? You already cannot afford the house that you're currently living in, because if Simon goes off to wherever, you maybe be stick with the mortgage or whatever, and you clearly cannot afford it. And I'm not sure as to why you are looking at an 8-bedroom house for just you and your daughter. It is $4 million for the house. I doubt Portia has that much money to be spending on a house at this point because she just got her jobs back. I don't see why you need an 8-bedroom house, but I guess you're just trying to keep up with the Joneses, because I don't see why is it you're looking at a house with also a guest house to decide where your mom now wants to live in when she already got a house pretty much already paid for. I don't see why is it that you need such a huge house. Could you explain it to me? Is it that Dennis is planning to move in? Is it that you're planning to move in your sister with her family? Why do you need an 8-bedroom house? I don't get it. And your story this season, I am not sure as well what your storyline is this season, because the Drew of it all, very boring. You're trying to piggyback off of Drew to get a story. You don't talk much or say anything about Simon. I don't know if it's because he has put a cease and desist or whatever on you, so you're not able to speak much. But you are not giving me anything this season. I can't, from the top of my brain, think about, okay, this is what Portia gave season 16. Because everything was a group scene and you're just sitting on the sidelines. Or you're pretty much your issue with Shamia, but that seems to be didn't really get anywhere that much. I am not necessarily getting what Portia is supposed to be given this season. Maybe someone can explain it to me. Maybe I'm just slow, but I don't know what it is Portia wants us, the audience, to take away from her this season. And again, maybe it's just a rough year for her. She came in thinking she will have this storyline and it just fell flat or it did not happen. And now she has to be scrambling and maybe she feels like maybe next year will be a stronger year for her. But I get more entertainment and fun or anything out of your YouTube channel than I'm getting from you on this show. And maybe Phaedra coming back will give us something, but all I see based on what I saw in the ending of this episode was just more giggles and laughs. I don't see what more it is that Portia will be given for the rest of this season because we're pretty much on the pretty much ending parts of the season. Now we got to where we saw I want to leave this for last as well. So we got to where we saw Drew. She was signing her record deal. I think she's signing to Dennis's record label. And of course, she wanted to use this opportunity to get on the phone with Dennis to clear up the rumors that's been going around saying that she's trying to use sex to pay for beats. And of course, Dennis denied. He doesn't know what Portia is talking about. This is news to him. And I feel like, in my personal opinion, I feel like Dennis is necessarily doing this back and forth fence. I think he is staying on Portia's good side. He's telling Portia all of these lies that this is what Drew is doing to make her have some story to come back to these ladies to say this is what Drew is doing and this is what Dennis said to her. And then on the other hand, I think he's also then telling Drew the reality that that is definitely has never happened. I've never shared this. Is what. So it's a bit confusing when it comes on to the both of them. Like I don't know what more it is these persons are doing at this audience, and I'm really bored because this started from episode 1. We're now currently on episode 12, and we're still talking about this, and we still have not gotten a sit down. I'm seeing it's supposed to be next episode, but we still at episode 12 haven't gotten a one-on-one sit down between Drew and Portia, just to show you that there is nothing going on and this is just dragging on for no apparent reason. And I'm bored. I am bored. I am bored. I'm bored. I am tired of the unnecessary surface level drama that has been dragging on for episodes but can be clearly shut down in a couple of seconds. I don't see why it is that I need to be at episode 12 still talking about Drew, Dennis, and Portia. It is eating away at my brain cells at this point watching these scenes because I cannot for the life of me understand why are we still discussing this foolishness, which doesn't even seem like a real storyline at this point. I don't know why we're talking about this. And bravo, if these ladies have nothing going on these seasons, go seek new ladies. Because it's a waste of money and it's a waste of time, both for the cast and also for me, the viewer, to be wasting my time watching these episodes when these ladies clearly have nothing going on in their lives and they're just trying to pick at anything to make it stick. We then get to where we had Brit and her tacky ass events that she tried to put on for her shapewear line that fell out of the sky. She decided that her license is still suspended and she basically now wants to do her shapewear line that she always wanted to do, and it's called Bare and Naked. Couldn't you find another name for this thing? We already have Portia's that is Go Naked. And that's the thing with Brit. Everything she comes on just seems very recycled. Her story seems recycled. The lines she used from other previous cast members is recycled. Now she's doing a business line and the name of her business seems recycled. Like everything about her seems recycled. Her clothes come off recycled. I don't know what this line is supposed to be, and then you're trying so hard. You decided to host this event at some country club that no one knows you at. You then have the ladies come in heels and everything, and then you're in the grass playing golf. Then at one point, then you have the ladies sitting around the table, and then you turn around, come with this empty ass box with some clothes, as again it seems like she came from Shein. And this is where you announce your line. You have other guests there, and you only supposed to then they were only supposed to get cocktails while the ladies had ate food. So you have guests sitting there only supposed to have cocktails while they watch you guys eat. This could have been done in your house at this point. This did not need for you to go to a country club that clearly no one knows you at. And you're trying to pretend like you are from this place and everybody knows you. And no one knows you. And the fact that we're here seeing you showing some empty boxes with some cheap ass fabric, talking about this is shapewear, and then gifting the ladies. Everybody was heavily confused what this event was for. It was sloppily done. If I was the event planner, I wouldn't even want to attach my name to this event because it just seemed like it made no sense. This could have been cut or chopped. This scene was not necessary. We did not need to highlight this event. I think she could have done so much better by maybe doing a fashion show or a mini show where at her house with just the ladies, seeing that she only has the budget to feed them, where she had them at her house. She may get one and two persons or models who can come and model the shapewear for the ladies to showcase this line. This seemed to me very unnecessary, and it just feels like she's just trying so hard to keep up, trying so hard to fit in, trying so hard to be that girl, and it just fell flat. And I am just sick and tired of her flatline scenes at this point. It makes no sense. The husband himself doesn't seem interested or even knows much of what even was going on. Then they had, for a shapewear line, you have these ladies bringing their husbands. Well, only Angela is the one at this point now with her husband, because Shamia's husband doesn't seem he needs to film. We have Angela bringing her husband for what? A shapewear line? I can imagine, I could see the discomfort on Charles' face sitting at that table because you guys are complaining or arguing over surface stuff. And he's here to watch a launch of a shapewear line with an event that no one else is eating but only the cast members. You could have done so much better, and this is what happens when you try so hard to impress people and not be yourself. It always will fall flat, and pretty much this is what this event did. We finally got the grand arrival for Phaedra. And of course, they did the whole cinematic view of her opening the door. Portia comes in, they do their little giggle. And what it was interesting is for Bravo to replay the scenes of, why she was no longer part of the show. But again, we still got no accountability from Phaedra. There was no apology. There was no anything from her. She just glazed over the thing and just picked up where she supposedly left off. And that's Phaedra for you. She's not going to take accountability. She did not at the reunion, and she came back this time around and no accountability. Now, I must say I did enjoy the little shade that she was throwing at each lady. It's so funny that she's saying that Brit is someone who has been around town when we have Brit over here pretending as if she was Virgin Mary when she met her husband. So it was nice to see the little shade. Yes, it was funny. I hope to see, although she came in the last parts of the season, I'm not sure how much more or how much she will be able to do, as in on a grand scale. But it was enjoyable watching that scene. But again, Phaedra needs to show her life. And if she's going to be a main cast member and she supposedly will be back next season, we need more from her. I'm not really here to watch Phaedra just sit on my TV screen and just shade and and the face expressions, and she does nothing else. I am not here to see that, and if that's what she's coming with, bravo, you could pay way less talent and get more out of them than at this point seeing someone who just has a face for the show. But The next week's episode, we see the ladies go to Grenada. It should be a very interesting episode, hopefully. And I just really want the season to hurry up and be over with so we can get to the reunion to see what the reunion will be given. Will Brit finally reveal herself at this reunion? Will she have a good performance or will she still fall flat? And Shamia, what will be the deal? Because if she and Portia is supposedly okay now, clearly they're not okay right now. So let's see what really threw the friendship more off course. But that was the episode, guys. Let me know in the comment section what your thoughts were on the episode. Remember, guys, to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I see you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.